Everything you were taught about American history follows the same 7 step playbook that every empire in recorded history has used to erase the civilization that came before it. And we've been living inside step 6 our entire lives. Before this series gets into specific events, specific cities, specific expeditions, specific floods, I need to lay out the framework. Because once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it, and you'll start seeing it everywhere. Here's the assumption that ruins everything in mainstream history. The idea that human civilization has been a straight line, primitive at the beginning, sophisticated now, with us at the apex, and everything before us, less organized, less intelligent, less worth remembering. That assumption is not based on evidence. It's based on convenience. Because if the people who were here before the American Empire were sophisticated, if they had cities, governance, trade networks, astronomical knowledge, then what was done to them wasn't the arrival of civilization. It was the destruction of one. The playbook goes like this. Find the target civilization. Disrupt its knowledge transmission, the mechanism that passes understanding from elders to youth. Remove the custodian cultures from strategic sites before the next phase begins. Reset the landscape. Flood it. Burn it. Demolish it. With a cover story ready. Install the new order on the rubble and give it new names and new dates. Install the curriculum to make sure nobody looks underneath. And then label the evidence that surfaces as pseudoscience, conspiracy theory, myth. Not because the evidence is weak, because it points at a crime scene. Crime scenes need tape around them. And here's the part that should stop you cold. That playbook didn't end in 1900. It was refined. The alcohol deployed to indigenous trade networks to fragment confederacies from within, that's the opioid epidemic deployed into post-industrial communities to fragment working class solidarity from within. Different chemical, same target, same result. The curriculum installed to prevent the next generation from questioning the official narrative, that's the algorithm that brings to the surface certain content and buries other content. Different mechanism, same function. Nothing was different then. We have just refined the same shitty skill sets over the centuries and learned to dress them in more sophisticated language, and in some cases, uniforms. This series has 12 episodes. Each one documents a different phase of the same operation. We start with what was here before, not to romanticize it, to give it the weight it deserves, the weight of a civilization, of a city, of people who built things that are still measurable today. And we're told by the people who buried those things that nothing sophisticated had ever existed here. They didn't bury the past because it was primitive. They buried it because it was powerful. And they needed you to forget that the power was always yours. This full episode is in my Substack library. Episode 1 drops next. And it starts where the real story of this continent always starts, at Cahokia. I'm Ryan. Welcome to First Light Archive, the hidden timeline, the buried continent. And I'll see you in the next one.